Hello, my lovely, lovely Scorpios. Today I'm going to be doing your reading for the first half of January 2017. Happy New Year for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Um, it's going to be a general reading. I'll take from it whatever I find. Um, Again, I always feel like I have certain things I want to say, but whatever, let's just get started. If you're not sure where Scorpio is in your chart placement or whatever, I'll leave a link in the description below. So, beginning of January 2017 is Capricorn season, obviously, which is affecting, for most of you, your area of communication. And Mercury is going to be retrograde here for at least half of the first half of January. So you might feel like there has to be some reassessment, some reevaluation in terms of how you communicate with just friends, neighbors, relatives, or even how you gather information. You might just feel like out of sorts, like some things just probably aren't making sense. And I see with some of you, some messages I was getting while shuffling. I already shuffled these decks. Some messages I was getting was that some of you are, I get the sense of like trying to make up for lost time. I feel like there was something you wanted to get off the ground in the past, whether it was like a relationship or a marriage, or some sort of project that you couldn't get off the ground. But I get the sense that you might feel like the clock is ticking, and that, again, you're trying to make up for a lost time. This could also have been tied to like a heavy disappointment, like heartbreak even. Just something that really left you reeling. And I see you really trying to come out of that. You might be too hasty in doing so. But I do see that you guys really do have the end goal in mind. You have, you're determined. No, that's like Scorpio. You're just so adamant. You're so determined to get to the finish line. You're going in there with passion. And I don't see you guys settling for anything less. So yeah, in the time of Capricorn, it's putting a spotlight on things where we need to get more efficient in areas of life that need to just be refurbished a little bit, or at least straightened up. Because at the end of the day, we have our eyes set on a higher prize, which is what Capricorn is. They're very slow moving, but they're also incredibly ambitious in their own way. So, if Capricorn asks us for patience, Capricorn makes aspects to Scorpio. Scorpios are like notoriously impatient, but I feel like you guys know how to bide your time if you know that something is worth it. You're not afraid to wait something out because you know, especially if you know that something good is going to come of it. And I really see you guys working really hard to get to the land of milk and honey. Despite like just some disappointments and some setbacks and some heartbreak that you've experienced. So at the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Pentacles in reverse. Sorry for the glare. King of Pentacles in reverse. Maybe if I hold it further back, you'll be able to see it. And that's still kind of blurry. Decrease the brightness. Whatever. King of Pentacles in reverse. So for some of you, you're probably dealing with an earth sign. If this isn't you, dealing with an earth sign person who might be very sort of controlling to the point where it's affecting your very autonomy. Like, I mean, this could be a controlling relationship. This could be just like a really controlling boss. This could be somebody that has total control of finances in a relationship. Or if this is somebody that's in charge of their own business, they might be sort of careless with their money, careless with how they spend it, not really being financially adept. Or again, this could be somebody that's just very all about money, 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 and appearances, and not really caring about finances to an extent. And this is the theme of your reading. So either you guys are feeling like either you're in a place where you're not taking your finances seriously, or you're dealing with somebody like that, or you're finding yourself unable to really be as in control of your material, physical wealth as you would like to be. And you find yourself really just sort of trying to hold on to it. I see this as similar to like the Four of Pentacles in a way. Wow. So in the heart of your reading, we have the Ten of Cups, which came up in the other deck when I was shuffling, but still. So a lot of you guys, you might just feel like emotional home contentment with the family. Especially since like this is like around the holidays, so you might have visited family, you might have had family come visit you. Either way, I just see you guys really being content. But let's see what's surrounding that. So we have the Queen of Pentacles and the Six of Swords reversed. So for some of you, you are in a relationship with somebody that's I see you guys as being either you're married to somebody or you're in a close partnership, you know, whether that's a friendship or like a business partnership where you're really close with somebody and you feel like that you two have probably built something nice together. If this isn't you, Queen of Pentacles and King of Pentacles represent earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So if this isn't you, it's somebody else. And with the Six of Swords in reverse here, I feel like maybe there is trouble. There's still there's some underlying tension here where I feel like you guys probably have overcome something. You've overcome a difficult hurdle in your relationship. But when I see this King of Pentacles in reverse and the Six of Swords in reverse, it's making me think that one of you is either holding on to some sort of past hurt, past trauma that you can't let go of to really be able to enjoy this Ten of Pentacles or this Queen of Pentacles. Or you might just be super wary. I see this as being wary over finances, wary over future happiness. You might feel like your happiness or any happiness that's going to come in might be compromised. So I also see this as being like super, super, super protective, super cautious, in a way that it might be hindering you, at least on a mental level, and it might be sort of skewing your perception of your home life, of your finances. Because whatever this is, it was a big enough problem to. I really feel like that, you know, Six of Swords is moving away from a difficult situation to something, you know, you're unsure as to where you're going, but you know it's better. But I still feel like for some of you, that event still is like trickling, it's still playing out in your mind. And it affects how you interact with your family with regards to either a partner or with regards to how you do your job. With regard to how you maintain your day-to-day life. So again, the situation, it could have dealt with a friend, it could have dealt with a partner, a coworker or something. And it just has you just like on guard. In your foundation, we have the Eight of Pentacles. Anyway, Eight of Pentacles. So yeah, you guys are really hard at work. You're focused on just working, on Because whatever the situation is, it's playing out in your head. You've got your guard up, but I also see you just really focusing on progressing, uh, materially getting your money back in order. So that's probably why this King of Pentacles is reversed. Like maybe you guys just have some sort of financial instability with regard to a relationship or a business, um, or a household. So you're just like, and it was a problem that sort of like took you for a ride. So you're just like, okay, that's in the past, but how am I going to move forward from this? And I see you guys really trying to learn a lesson from that, but still being able to like hone in on your actual work. You might be doing work in something that you're skilled in. Um, so yes, and you're just moving forward with your work. Uh, getting your money back up. Well, yeah. So in your past, you have the Seven of Wands in reverse and the Ten of Pentacles reversed. And that's interesting. The Ten of Pentacles also was in this deck when I was shuffling, except it was upright. So I don't believe in coincidences. There was a compromise. There was something that dealing with your finances that really left you off balance, left you tired. You felt like you were defending yourself against a situation wherein the very nature of your home life was in jeopardy. Or at least there was a compromise to how your money was in jeopardy. If it wasn't your family, like your money, your everything that you need to provide for your friends or for your family, your kids was in trouble. And I see that there was conflict around that. But I see that conflict as being over. But because of that conflict, it left you in a place where you just feel like out of sorts, where you feel like you always have to look over your shoulder or that there's something on your back. But I still see you guys as like just steadily just going forward to rebuild what you have lost. Or to even rebuild what you may think you have lost. Yeah. Essentially what you lost. Because either this was a work situation or there was some sort of argument over finances regarding you and this queen. That put your livelihood, your way of making money in jeopardy. Again, if this isn't somebody you're married to, it's probably a boss, a parent, a best friend, somebody that you're really close to. And because of that, you're just like looking over your shoulder always. 10 plus 7, 17, 7 plus 1, 8. So I feel like whatever this was a karmic cycle. 8 is the number of Scorpio, I think, because it rules the 8th house in astrology. And we also have the 8 down here. So I feel like you really learned a lesson because of this. This wasn't just some just sort of random event, some sort of random occurrence. I really feel like a lot of this took a lot of your energy, or whatever this is, it took a lot of your energy out of you to where your very stability was challenged. Your status quo was challenged. 10 plus 6, 16. 6 plus 1 is 7. So I feel like there's some sort of spiritual lesson to get here. I would add the queen, but I don't know. People in tarot is sort of different, to me at least. I just mainly try to look at the events. But I feel like there was a huge lesson to learn here. And it's still affecting you, but you're looking forward. You have no intention but to move forward because of this. And you're ready to let it go with the 10 of Wands in reverse at the crown of your reading. I mean, going from the 7 of Wands reverse to the 10 of Wands reverse, I mean, it's a heavy burden. Again, I really see a lot of, not strife, but, this, whatever happened did affect you. And I just see this as like pointless arguments. I see this as pointless. It was something that you've been dealing with for a long time, and right now you're just tired of it. You're ready to cut it out. It's time for it to end, and it's time for you to start anew. And I really see you guys doing that. But you are still wary about this event, about what happened. I'm really seeing like there's so many pentacles here. I'm really seeing like, and with the Ten of Cups in the center, I'm just seeing something that affected your home life, how you made your money, your work life, again, your livelihood, your stability. You're moving forward, but again, you have one eye to the past. And in the future, we have the Two of Cups. So I see a lot of you being able to, if you're single, let's say you're single and you were involved with somebody that was sort of controlling or sort of argumentative. I see you guys trying to get back control of your life, learning a lesson from what happened, and eventually taking those lessons and being able to really find another soul commitment in someone else, a true soul connection. If this is a marriage, I see you guys being able to get past this and reconnecting in a new way, in a way that is different than how it was, because both of you have gone through this. Even though there's still some trouble to overcome, I still see you guys just moving past this. I see a lot of forward movement, even if there is some hesitation. And for those of you with which this is a job, or you're dealing with somebody that you don't like working for, you're going to find, I see some of you trying to find a new method of appreciating the work you do. Like you might move into a different sort of line of that job to where you'll be able to really use your skills a lot more in order to be able to really express yourself in a different way, to really bond with your work in a new way. But either way, I see a lot of you really working hard to overcome this, and I see you coming out on the other side with a new love offer, with a renewal of love, or with a new soul mind renewal. So how people see you, or you in this situation, we have the Eight of Swords reversed. So with the Six and with the Eight of Swords reversed, there is a desire to really let it go. And I feel like, again, with time, there's no major arcana here. So I don't see this as being like, this is just an incident that is passing along. The time for it to end is passing. And whatever this is tied to, this sort of struggle, this sort of, looking over your shoulder, sort of mental, sort of, whatever this argument or this loss was, whether you lost a job or whether you lost, whether there was a situation in the home that really made you feel like defeated, like, I don't know, I really see you guys as protecting your happiness. And even with this Six of Swords reverse going to this Eight of Swords reverse, I see that the ending is culminating. You're probably getting to a point to where you're probably able to see it a lot clearer. Because it is affecting your love life, and it is affecting any sort of forward progress, any sort of forward movement. And for others of you, this might just be what's hindering this true love offering, this new renewal of love to actually come in. Because there's a lot of burdens that it's hard for you to let go of. Because these events, I mean, even though there aren't major arcana here, major arcana being like the huge players when it comes to tarot, they're still pretty significant. A 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, 8 of Swords reverse, and with this 10 of Cups on the center. So I really see you're really trying to protect your happiness. There's a lot that you could have lost. And some of you might just still be, I don't know, not traumatized, but again, sort of off balance because of that. This stress about not being able to build up your finances again or get it back to how it was. Even though you're working, but again, you might just feel like it's going to be impossible to get there, or that it's a pie in the sky sort of dream. But just know that there's love around you. There's people around you that is, again, I see a marriage here. Open up to your partner. Let them help you get rid of all of this mental burden, all this anguish. Because some of you, I see this as you're working really hard to prove a point. I see bitterness here, spite. Don't let that rule you, because I see there's such love around you. There's somebody here that has your back, that really wants to hold you down. Like I see a parent, a spouse, somebody that really has your back. So just open your eyes up to it. In the energy around you, we have the Queen of Wands in reverse. So some of you might be dealing with a fire sign, male or female, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. That's probably making your life difficult. And this could be somebody else, maybe a boss, somebody that has something to do with this strife, with this sort of, you felt like you were taking on too much and you had to really defend yourself against this person. And you still feel like you can't get rid of this person. They're just like a constant presence. Some of you, this might be a third party. This might be a mother-in-law. This might be like your own mother or father-in-law, but I see you're really having to come under scrutiny with somebody, and they're just like, they won't let you relax. They won't let you breathe. And they're the one that's probably causing you all of this mental anguish. Because at the end of the day, again, with this 8, I see these 8s here. There's like karmic lessons here. You're trying to work past this situation. But with the 8 of Pentacles, he's not really, he's only looking at that pinnacle. He's only focused on what he's working on. So with you might just be, you're probably ignoring how you feel mentally. You might just be reacting out of reflex. There was a battle you lost. There was something you need to let go of, but you can't let go of because you're still probably a little bit bitter about it. And instead of actually assessing the pain, you're more like working through it. But I feel like somebody's bringing up all of this mental baggage that you haven't let go of. Again, if I feel like this is a different entity altogether, unrelated to this relationship. So it could be either somebody else you're seeing, like if you are, I don't like to throw that out there, but if you are seeing somebody on the side, or like an observer of this relationship, like a relative, again, I see like the parent of one of y'all who's like, who sees this stress in you, who sees what's happening in the midst of this, and it's making you face up to it in a way that you don't want to look at it. Or they're just causing you I see them as really, it could be the reason for the stress, but I'm really seeing it as them calling you out on all of this. Because with wands in reverse, I see it as like you're overcompensating, you're overworking. I see it as like the ultimate, you're trying to hide something. Again, with swords in reverse, these are thoughts that are just like ruminating in your head. Things that have died, but again, they're still fresh. Going from this 6 to this 8, it's like you're still thinking about it. You're still chewing it over. And it involves this relationship. It involves this sort of compromise to your happiness. And it's something that is done, but a situation that's done, but it left you shaken up financially in a family situation, or if you're working like at a job situation, and you're still probably dealing with, if you go to a different job, you're probably dealing with people again that are just like, you just feel like you can't get a break because probably your new boss is worse than your old boss. Um, or if you're trying to start something, get something off the ground, you're coming under harsh scrutiny and criticism. Excuse me, from other people who are just like questioning your craft, questioning how you're doing your art, overly critical, or you might just see them as being this. Because again, we have this Eight of Swords in reverse, so you're just like, I just don't see you guys letting something go in order to see things clearly. You're not opening yourself up to a lot of things. I just see a lot of closed off energy, and you're really trying to protect your heart, your love. Hopes and fears, we have the Page of Swords. So there is news coming in, or there is news you fear that is going to jeopardize this relationship. Jeopardize something good you have going. Excuse me. Because the Page of Swords is all truth, no bullshit. The Page has not mastered his energy, swords. So this could be like a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, younger than you. It could be a child. They haven't mastered tact. So they'll just say things, or it's just unfiltered information that is just put out there. Gossip. But beneficial gossip. Whatever that means. But it's truthful gossip. Just blunt, curt, harsh news that we have to hear. So for some of you, I don't see this as a child, but I see it as like there is news coming in. Your biggest fear is like some sort of truth coming in, some sort of news being delivered, somebody coming in, delivering something that could affect this relationship, could affect everything over here. But if this is a hope, I see you guys as really wanting to cut through something, and it might come at a cost to your relationship. Whatever this mental energy is you're holding on to, whatever this situation was in the past, I don't see you as being open. You're not opening up to your partner about it. Even though your partner, again, I said open up, your partner is there for you. Your family is there for you. But I just see you're mainly just working through the situation. You're trying to get it out of your head. You're trying to get whatever happened out of your head. Because it was such a crush to your ego, a crush to your finances. And I see you as just being afraid to just really open up about that. Or you might be afraid that somebody else is going to do that and that'll compromise your relationship. But I really see this Page of Swords as like a blessing. I feel like if you just open up, if you talk to somebody about what is weighing so heavily on your mind, and you don't even have to, with the Page of Swords, there's no equivocation, there's no circumlocution, there's no beating around the bush. It's clear, precise information, even if it upsets a few people, if it's going to upset this relationship. But again, I feel like there's so much love here that nothing can really upset that. And if anything, I feel like it'll be a great help to the relationship. It'll be a great help to you to get a lot of this off of your mind. And for some of you, you might be seeing a new job prospect, or how you plan to come into yourself creatively, or in terms of a new job. There's a harsh truth that just needs to come out. You have to be straight up with yourself. There's some things that need to be let go of. A lot of things, or things that just need to be reassessed, things that you haven't properly taken into account, that somebody else, it could be just a random, you might see like a post on Facebook or Twitter that just like really like blows your mind and just like, wow. Or, a friend or somebody that you never even met before might just say something, or might hear somebody say something like the store or something that just really, it's blunt, it's harsh, but it's like, wow, I really needed to hear that. And I think that if for you, it'll really, again, open you up to be like, okay, I see how I've been seeing things in a weird way. I realize that I've been seeing things in a shitty way, that what happened happened. So I need to move on, and deal with people in the way that they deserve to be dealt with, or deal with people in a way that only requires this much of my energy instead of all of, or I don't know how I'm trying to say this, but I feel like for some of you guys, you're either really shutting yourself off, or you're being too hostile, or you're being too defensive. So I feel like with this Page of Swords, with this information, you'll at least be able to meet somebody halfway. You'll at least be able to get into the steps, get into the process of being able to really open up to people in a way that you're comfortable with. Because, Scorpio, fixed water, you guys are just like doing things your own way. And, nobody's going to change your mind except you. So I feel like you're going to hear something, or something's going to hit you. Some news is going to come in that's really going to make you just like, it might make you reel a bit, but if you really take it in, integrate it, and just think about it, it really might help you just open up and just really move past the situation. And so we have as an outcome 7 of Swords reverse. So all of the swords here are reversed except for the Page of Swords. 7 of Swords is like the sneaky thief sort of card, the con artist. But I feel like with it being reversed, the jig is up. It's time for you to be able to really confront a situation truthfully. Because upright, this card, he's able to like, if it wasn't so glary, I'd be able to like show you. He's like sneaking off with these swords. But, he's leaving traces of his evidence behind. He's dropped 2 swords, but, he doesn't care because at the end he's getting away with it. So this is like when you can smell a weasel, even though you can smell a rat, but you're not sure who the rat is. But with the reversed, it's like the rat is in plain sight. The rat has been spotted. If this isn't like a sort of a cheating situation, if it is, because I did see this Queen of Wands like a different party, this person is giving you stress about this situation, and you're not sure how to deal with them, and then deal with it's giving you so much stress. You're not even opening yourself up to it. You're blinding yourself to the situation. You're afraid that this clarity will come in, or that somebody will say something. But I ultimately feel like in the end, if this is a third-party relationship, the truth will come out, or at least you'll be able to put an end to it before shit gets worse. If this is a relationship, if this is like a marriage and somebody that is witnessing the relationship is seeing this, there's something you're going to have to just own up to the way you've been communicating or shutting yourself off. And just, that's the only way I can see you just really sort of easing out of this. And really being able to get rid of all of these other things in reverse. This is a job situation or a creative project. I see you guys as being, as trying to, I see you as like being like, it's like subterfuge, but it's like, I don't want to say passive aggressive, but I see you guys as just like doing things quietly your own way. Again, that can go one of 2 ways. Like if you're dealing with somebody that's really giving you a lot of stress, I feel like you'll at least be able to like navigate that a little easier in a way that sort of works for you. It works for you. I mean, it's not the best of a situation, but it's just like, okay, well, at least I know I'll be able to like just sort of bend the rules a little bit in my way without it causing any problems. But again, with the 7 of Swords as an outcome, it's like you're not really solving the problem. And I actually think you guys are the only spread I've done that hasn't had a major arcana. So I really think that this is just like, it's a long, drawn-out issue. It's something that's gone on longer than it has to. There is no clarity, especially with all of these swords in reverse. There's nothing, somebody is not being truthful about something. For some of you, I could easily see this as just like you continuing to just do whatever sort of behavior you're doing. And I see that it really revolves a relationship, or it involves a family, like your parents, or somebody that you have a soul connection with, that you feel like that could be compromised. And since these are all like minor arcanas and court cards, it's just that there's only one lesson here, really. It's just own up to it. Be truthful. Don't quit hiding. Quit denying what has happened in the past, what is happening now, what's going to happen. Just open up your eyes, open up your heart, let people in, talk to people, be blunt, be straightforward, which is something Scorpios are amazing at. But, Scorpio, you can also, not to generalize, but I feel like a lot of you can also just be so closed off and so vague and mysterious, just so you don't want people to know what's going on here in your heart. And, I sort of get that. And I'm a Pisces, so I'm naturally drawn to Scorpios anyway. So it's just like, I want to just reach into your soul and just get that out. Because I feel like Scorpio's good at doing that to other people, but they don't like doing that themselves. They just have this shell around them. Or armor, rather. Cancers have the shell. So there's something, I feel like if you're not going to be honest about it, somebody else is, and you'll have no choice but to just deal with it. And because I don't like that Seven of Swords in reverse. I mean, he is moving out of this situation, so maybe for some of you it's just like if some truth comes out, you're going to be like, okay, fine, caught me red-handed, let's just move on from that. And since we go from this, the 8 to the 7, I feel like some mental stress will be relieved, but I don't see this as being like a total, complete ending. So yeah, there is love around you, Scorpio. You just really have to open yourself up to it, and you have to take off your blinders and realize that not everything is that bad. Your money is fine. Your foundation might have taken a hit, but I see you guys like recovering. The only thing I see here is just a problem with communication. Now I'm going to take out one more card. From this deck. Whoop. I'll take all of these. So we have the 8 of Rods reversed. Again, sorry for the glare. 8 of Wands reversed. Queen of Pentacles reversed. 7 of Rods upright, or Wands, and the Queen of Cups. So there is a definite, you and somebody that you're involved with just aren't meeting eye to eye. And I feel like you're ignoring, again, I just see you guys as just like really ignoring a situation. You'd rather be defensive. You'd rather put in unnecessary stress and mental burden on yourself instead of really facing up to a situation or meeting it head on. You'd rather be evasive. And it involves a relationship, or it involves, I just see you and another person, for most of you. If this is a marriage or a long-term relationship, or you and an authority figure, or you and a best friend, somebody that you've known for a long time. I just really see with this reading, there's something that just needs to be let go of, Scorpio. And I see that you guys, you're so fiercely protective of what you've built. What is yours? Your happiness, your life, your love, your partner, your job, and you just feel like it's threatened on all sides because of something has happened in the past. I see for some of you lost a job, or like you had a really rough dispute with like a coworker or a boss, and you're still holding on to that baggage. But just know that I feel like if you guys aren't going to be able to be open and honest about it, you're just still going to deal with you're not going to be able to deal with it in a healthy way. And again, there are no major arcana. So I do feel like that this is a situation that's just been dragging its feet. And I can't even say if you guys are just over it. I feel like you guys have just like taken on the struggle that's happened and you're carrying it with you into the new year. But again, if you're not going to be open about it, somebody else is going to be open about it, or you're paranoid about somebody being open about it. So, I mean, yeah, I wish the best of luck to you, Scorpio. I love you guys so much. Have a great 2017. I'll talk to you guys later.